Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? It is another Postscript Saturday. A little PS to our real estate week. I am Nancy Yonner with Love to List and Keller Williams Realty coming to you live from my home office this morning. I'm at my stand-up desk. I love my stand-up desk. I've had it for years. And anyways, it's the last Saturday of August 2024. And this year has actually been such a milestone year for me, personally and professionally. Okay? So I am in the midst of celebrating and experiencing my 35th year in selling real estate here locally in Northern Virginia. And it has been such an honor to serve so many family and friends and clients in the community over the past 35 years. And so that's a milestone, right? The other milestone that I have is personally this month, the month of August 10th, I turned 60. And that's a big deal. It's not only a big deal for me, I'm the baby in my family. So it's a big deal for my siblings and my mom as well. My mom is 91 and she is doing great. I am so happy for her. She is living a wonderful life in northern Minnesota on a lake, and she is surrounded with friends and family and relatives and having lots of fun. And we started out as a family of 7 and we are now 5. We are missing my dad and my sister Becky. But like any milestone year, whether it's in business or personal, there's one thing I know, and that is there's always going to be change. And speaking of, this month I have dedicated the month of August to talk about and share with you the big milestone that we just had in our real estate industry. There was a landmark decision, a settlement. National Association of Realtors settled a case, and the shifts and changes in rules, regulations, restrictions, all have been updated, and we are now in a different era of real estate. And I dedicated the month of August to explain some of those new rules and restrictions with you to help kind of demystify, if you will. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of confusion as to what is really happening out there. So if you look at these episodes in August of 2024, where I attempt to explain some of the nuances, some of the shifts and changes and how it affects you, the consumer. So this is a resource for you. It'll be here on our YouTube channel. And so take advantage and listen, and hopefully you will learn what these shifts and changes mean to you. So, as I said, there's one thing that I know to be true is that we're always going to have change. And I feel I'm not at all afraid of this change in real estate. I think that in the end, it's going to be better for the consumer. And the reason why I feel that way is because it has heightened everyone's awareness as to the role a realtor has in a real estate transaction. Now, I do want to say I am not an attorney. I am not a certified teacher. I am providing general information, and it's hopefully helpful to you, the consumer. But you have to do your due diligence. And that's something that my topic today really is, with all the changes, right? All the information that's out there. There are some things that I know to be true, and this hasn't changed from the day that I started real estate. Okay, this has not changed. What has not changed is is your responsibility as the consumer to really understand the role of a realtor and how that realtor can help you. Now, I want to say something because there's a trend happening online. I'm seeing it in articles, I'm seeing it in social media, that buyers are thinking that now they can bypass the buyer's agent and go directly to the listing agent because they want to save money. And I just want to say to you that I'm not sure that that is the best thing to do. And I know that if you are in a financial crisis, you're going to go seek help, right? And you're going to be willing to pay for that help if you need help with your finances. If you inherit $500,000, $1,000,000, you're probably going to go hire a professional to help you figure out the best avenue for that inheritance. And you're going to pay for that expertise. If you are in an accident or if you're in a crisis with your health, you are going to pay to get the best doctors, to get the best advice, and you're not going to want to skimp when it comes to your health, your finances, your future. And buying real estate is your number one asset for the most cases. It is your number one asset, and that is worth paying for when you're buying or selling your asset. You want to be represented. You want an advocate. You're not going to want to go the cheapest, the no fee, low fee route, because it is really important for you to get the best that you can get, advice and service and value, while you're buying or selling your number one asset. So I had said early on that no matter what happens in our real estate world in the last 35 years, there's been lots of changes, but I'm going to look at my notes, there are some important things that you, the consumer, have to understand and have always had to understand, right? No matter what changes are going on in the industry, you, the consumer, it is up to you. It is your responsibility to find the right realtor that has the right fit for you. The realtor that has a good track record, the realtor who has a good reputation, that has experience and knowledge, the realtor who has good values, the realtor that you feel that you can trust, that is going to look out for your best interest. This has always been your responsibility. It's up to you to do your due diligence. And you want to make sure that you understand what role that realtor is taking on. Are they going to be a fiduciary or a functionary? I've explained that in a past episode and what that means. So it's up to you to understand what you are signing. Hopefully you're going to get a realtor that is going to communicate and explain. These documents are very, very important. They're an agreement between you and the brokerage, and you need to understand what they say. But hopefully you find a realtor that's going to explain the documents to you, that you are going to have conversation, and that you understand what it is that you're obligating yourself to or not, and that the realtor is going to let you know what your choices are, what decisions that you need to make in these documents. So it's up to you, though, to understand these documents when you sign them. And then, does that realtor have an exit clause in case something happens during your home buying and selling experience where you need to get out? Maybe your plans change. Maybe it's not a good fit, that realtor. So it's up to you to seek out the realtor who is a good fit for you. What's important to you. It's up to you to understand the documents that you're signing and what you are agreeing to. Hey, Russ. It's also it's your job to do the research, right? It's your job to do the due diligence and find that realtor that you can trust. And a good way to do that, by the way, is through referral. Hey, Patsy, how you doing? Is through referral. For me, my business now, 35 years, it's I am just about 99% repeat and referral. And that is probably one of the best ways for you as a consumer to find a realtor that's a good fit for you. Ask your friends and family, who did they work with? Who do they trust? Who do you feel really had your best interest at heart? So no matter the shifts and changes in real estate, no matter what happens, it is ultimately you, the consumer's job, to do the business, to find the right realtor for you, and to look for the things that are important to you. So I employ you to take this very seriously, and it's not about the least expensive. It's not about how you can, bypass the buyer's agent and not pay anything. I don't know why anyone would want to buy a house without having someone to represent them. This is such a big deal, buying a house, selling a house. It is like, we do it like how often? Once every 7-10 years? Why wouldn't you want professional help? Someone that is doing it day in and day out, that understands all the new rules and can help you navigate through all these new rules, whether it's now or next year. There's always going to be something that shifts or change in our industry. So I cannot say it enough, speak it enough, scream it enough, that it's your duty to go out and find that right realtor. But please, please, when you're buying or selling a house, what you pay is one aspect of the whole picture. So that's it this morning. That's my little soapbox this morning. I am going to be heading out doing some exercise. I'm going out to a farm today with some family. It's one of the things I love about Western Loudoun County. So really looking forward to this last day of August. It's been a great month, and I appreciate everyone, warm wishes this month for my big birthday. I appreciate everyone's trust and support in my real estate business. It means so much to me, and I am just excited to finish the year strong, 35 years strong, and I appreciate you all so much, and enjoy the holiday weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday. And just as a reminder, I will be starting my Facebook Live Tuesday from the heart of my home. I took the month of August off, so I'll be back September 3rd, and we'll be doing some cooking in my kitchen. And also, if you have any questions at 9:30, just DM me and I'll invite you to our Zoom call that we're having. So anyone that has any specific questions about this NAR settlement that I just went over this whole month of August, if you have any specific questions, want to talk about that or anything else real estate,